Yeah, so I just finished eating and I just came back from the gym. I picked up the phone and I called Omoyele Sowore. You guys know him, the presidential candidate of the African Action Congress AAC. I saw that he was in Nigeria, so I wanted to keep a tab on him and know how he's doing because you guys know Nigeria is crazy. Ask me, I know, I've been there. So I called him and he was sharing with me, and it's funny the kind of things that we see happening. You saw pictures that he was taking with a lot of people, and the same thing that's been happening to me since we came back from the elections. Basically, a lot of people swarming him, telling him, "Hey, Baba, we realize now that what you were saying was true. Look, you're looking so fresh." That's the first thing they tell him, that, "Hey, you're looking very fresh." I'm like, hello, what do you guys think? The man is coming from New York. Yeah, it doesn't have to even eat anything, just staying 24 hours in an environment, in a system that is working, where there's 24 hours of energy, and his phone works 24 hours, water runs 24 hours. He wants hot water, he gets it. He wants cold water, he gets it. But then food is cheap. Why wouldn't he get fresh? Okay, a lot of people were yabbing him, say, "Oh, if you've eaten all your money, you're skinny now, you're stressed out." So what do you expect? Now that you see him fresh, I hope you realize that all those things that he's talking about, all the ideas, all the plans that he's been telling you about, a lot of you have begun to see reason with him. Okay, so that's where we are now. A lot of people are beginning to feel the impact of what we were telling them when we came around campaigning during the 2019 elections. Most of you know I contested for governorship of Enugu State under the AAC, and Omoyele Sowore was the presidential candidate. And we went around Nigeria, we spoke about our ideology, we talked on TV, we talked in the newspapers, we talked on social media. We were on social media all the time: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, you name it, we were there. We organized campaigns, we organized town hall meetings everywhere. We were talking to the people all the time. And they kept telling us, "I beg, you guys go sit down, I beg." You know why? Because the politicians were around sharing 1,000 naira to you guys. They have not even been sworn in. I don't think a lot of people realize that they're still going to be sworn in on the 29th of May. But guess what is happening? People are already feeling the pains. They are feeling the hardness of the situation because they forgot that things have not actually changed. Things got even worse. We told you it was going to get worse. Actually, the president of Nigeria, Buhari, Muhammadu Buhari, told you that things were going to get tougher before they went and handed him. They normally give him the scripted version of what he's supposed to say, but anytime the man says it the way he sees it, he actually says the truth. Whenever he doesn't talk about this, whenever he doesn't talk a scripted talk, he tells you the truth. So when he was saying the reality of the situation, he said, "You guys should get ready. It was going to be tougher the next 4 years." He was correct. And so now that the politicians have gone back to to Abuja, where they all came down to see you after 4 years, you are back to what you were doing. Let me tell you what happened, because I analyzed it. Things were very tough in Nigeria. Everybody had had it. People were ready to go into the street. We saw the situation that was in Nigeria. We here in the diaspora, we did a lot of protests. We all shouted. There was killings, there was Boko Haram, there was armed robbery, there was so much going on. There was no food. The price of foodstuff went up to the skies. And we all said, you know what, we're going to go down. We've had it. Enough is enough. We're going to go down to Nigeria and try to be part of the change. So we came down to Nigeria. And when we came down to Nigeria, a lot of you, actually, before we came down, the politicians had started warming up for election. And so they opened their war chest and they brought out millions of dollars. They changed them into naira. There was money everywhere. They started blasting their music on the street. I blasted my music too. We all printed t-shirt, banners. There was billboards. It was a big fanfare. So all of a sudden, things that were not moving in Nigeria seemingly started to move. Okay, the politicians that we were telling you that they were all criminal, the ones that were criminal, that they didn't care about you, they were eating your money, all of them came back to the grassroots and countered what we were saying. So most of you were like, okay, Chidi, what do people mean? See, this person, this honorable, this person that you were talking about, Shebi, he said he doesn't come to see us. See, he came the other day, he shared food, they brought rice, they brought garri, they brought oil. Everywhere things was happening. So many cars were all over villages that didn't see up to how many cars in a day. Now they had so many cars coming in. Police people everywhere. Printers had jobs. Every street was covered with posters. Even the streets that nobody was passing, now there were posters. The posters covered the walls, the unpainted walls, the walls that had algae on them. Everything was covered with posters. So it was like a carnival, and people temporarily forgot their situation. People forgot the bad government that was existing in town, and so they convinced you not to vote for us. So you didn't vote for us. So you didn't vote for Moyele Sowore. You did not vote for AAC. You voted for the same PDP and the same APC that ruined your life and put you in the position where you are right now. Anyway, like Moyele Sowore said in my discussion with him this morning, the situation in Nigeria is self-inflicted. The way you make your bed, that's how you're going to sleep on it. So for people who are calling, for people who are screaming that I know you did not vote for us, that I know you were against us, that I know you said we all were daydreamers, that we are wasting our time, you never contributed anything to our fundraising campaigns, but right now you're sending me message and asking me how you traveled to Canada, and sending me, calling me on the phone and asking me to send you money. Oh boy, you have not even seen anything. I'm not a prophet of doom, but I think you should better go and find one big abortion belt. Go and ask women what's called abortion belt. Find one big one and tie on your waist and tie around your stomach and get ready, because things are going to get even tougher than they were before. Why do I know this? Because the people in power do not have any plans for you at all. In my state, Enugu State, the governor is planning to build stadium so that they will get contracts that will guarantee the rest of their stay, that they will use to fetch back the money that they spent during campaign. Meanwhile, the youth, and somebody told me that, when they build this thing, the youth will get a job. Get which kind of job? Come and carry concrete in the site. You think it's the youth that will supply the material? How naive are you? How can somebody convince you that building a stadium will provide jobs for the youth? Okay, provide jobs until they finish the stadium. So it's temporary jobs that you're looking for. No, we're talking about something that is sustainable. Something that is sustainable. We came preaching about agriculture, and we have told you agriculture is the catalyst that you can use to get everything working again. But you guys did not listen. We preached the message of Spicer Heat, which is the manifesto of the AAC. You guys were not interested. So anyways, chatting with Sowore was very, very good. I saw that he was in high spirits. Go and look at his picture and see how he's fresh. Look at the pictures of a lot of people. I just came back from a vacation with my family. I went and thoroughly enjoyed myself. A lot of you have been hating. A lot of you have been angry. You send me messages. You say, Chidi, why do you show pictures of where you're eating? Why are you that you're being insensitive? People are dying, people are being killed, and you're busy showing us pictures of where you are swimming and flying in the air and flying plane. What are you trying to do? What I'm trying to do is to show some of you who went around spreading nonsense that I came to Nigeria, a poor person, came there to collect money from people, came there to look for waiting. What did you think? Don't you understand? We don't have a lot of money in the diaspora, but there's peace of mind. You are in a system that works. I talked about tourism. You guys don't understand what could be done with tourism. Go and watch my videos with my family in Mexico and see what they have transformed the city of Puerto Vallarta into. They call it actually Puerto Vallarta or whatever. But go and see what they transformed that city into. That is the essence of showing you people all those pictures. Showing you food, good food, that people can eat as much food as they want. Showing you that light is on 24 hours. That wasn't even Canada. That was Mexico that we went to. And so to show you that we didn't have to come to Nigeria, that without Nigeria, life goes on. I'm happy with my family. I can take time out and relax. All the stress that we went through in Nigeria, I wanted to show you that after that we can take time out and recover. Imagine if Nigeria was like that. Nobody would be going through the stress that some of you are going through. If you're in Nigeria right now and you're watching this thing, probably you are thinking about data. I am watching this thing, but I'm not thinking of data because my data is paid for. I pay for it, I know, but at least it is guaranteed 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Even if I don't pay at the time I'm supposed to pay, they give me some time to pay. The point I'm trying to make is that Nigeria is worse than what Donald Trump say it is right now. And people say, Chidi, why do you talk bad about Nigeria? I'm not talking bad about Nigeria. I believe that Nigeria has very great potentials. If we didn't think so, we will not come back to Nigeria to try to be part of changing the system in Nigeria. We will not come back to Nigeria to contribute our own quota in trying to make Nigeria a better place. I believe in Nigeria. But if we, the people in Nigeria, if we, especially the youths, don't wake up and take back our country like we've been preaching to you in the Take It Back movement, then there is no hope for us. We'll continue to live in abject poverty. We'll continue to live in sorrow, and you will not achieve your full potential in life. People like Omoyele Sowore, they have a good life. I have a good life. When you see us in Nigeria, we're in Nigeria because we are not happy with what is happening in Nigeria. We want a change in our country. You people missed it the last time. So when next we come your way, you need to embrace us, listen to what we're saying, and try to work with us to take Nigeria back. My name is Dr. Chidi, and I am here in Toronto, Canada, loving you, thinking about you, wishing you the best in life. Bye-bye.